See. You don't have here.
Everything again. Video.
Oh boy.
Why you go away from here?
These people, get people like this. Look at. Look.
Started last night in some area in Tempura, arresting innocent people. They don't even ask whether you have passport, you have residence. They don't care. Football is an association. It's an association of its own, which the government supposed not to be interfered according to CAF law, FIFA law. Now there was a fake football between Nigeria and Libya on the 15th of October, which Nigeria supposed to arrive in Benghazi, they divided to another state. The football could not hold. Nigeria football team went back home. Since then, the CAF looked into it, set up a committee. What really happened? The verdict was given out that Libya had to pay a fine of $50,000.
Hey, Nigeria, your country. Go to Libya now and see what is happening. Yes, go to Libya and see what is happening. They are arresting Nigerians, both whether your paper is correct or your paper is not correct, or whether you are there for business, or whether once they catch you like this and they look you, you can't be like, you can't get a Nigerian blood small. They go buy you, put you for prison, tell you say you go pay fine. You good now, and there's nothing anybody can do about that. Now, what is the reason, you may ask? Now, if you remember, like a month ago, there is this problem between Nigerian Football Federation and the Libya Football Federation. Yes, Libya came to Nigeria to play ball, and their flight was supposed to land in Akwa Ibom. Unfortunately, they landed in Port Harcourt. So Nigerian Football Federation has to make an arrangement, and they make arrangement themselves, and took bus from Port Harcourt to Akwa Ibom. Fine. So they played that match. So now Nigeria traveled from Nigeria to Libya for the second leg or return leg of that match. And on getting there, the Nigerian pilot was directed to go and land another place as a revenge for what Nigeria do them now. Meanwhile, according to report, NFF Nigeria said no, that their own, it wasn't, they didn't deliberately do that, that they didn't know where to land, so they found themselves at Port Harcourt. So Nigeria going to Libya, they also directed Nigerian flight to go and land another place. And not just that, immediately the flight landed in that airport, the whole place closed, airport was not working, no communication, nothing. So it became a big problem. So last, Nigerians came back and that match was not played. Some of you know about that, all right? So now, CAF has come out to say, no, Libya, what you wanna do no good. We are fining you $50,000 and you pay that within 60 days of notification. So CAF has actually fined Libya $50,000 and they will pay that before 2 months. Now in Libya can't talk say we no get money, now Nigerians where they Libya go pay them. Now Nigerians where they Libya go still pay that money. Yes, and they started arresting Nigerians in Libya, whether your paper complete or whether you no complete or whether anyhow. So far say you be Nigeria, they go grab you, go give you file. They want made that 50,000 complete from Nigerians too. When I tell you that, you see, Nigeria is just, people see Nigeria as nothing. Come on, Libya, when we reach Lagos here, they do Nigeria anyhow, and there's nothing. Anyways, let me allow you to watch this video. Please, as you're watching this video, don't forget to subscribe to this channel, because on this channel, I bring you information. So please watch it and turn on your notification button. Also, drop your comment on the comment section, all right? Now, watch it.
Nigerians has lost value in terms of, trying to portray themselves at the global level as a nation that is serious with leadership. So when you see nations like Libya, bragging, or trying to put Nigeria in a corner or push them in a fix, it tells you that, Nigeria has gradually lost presence as the African giant. That is one. But there was a similar thing that happened in Libya. The Libyan authorities, claimed that took place here in Nigeria when they came for, a game, a football match. Here in Nigeria. So they were supposed to land in a particular place. Unfortunately, they landed in a particular place, and it's like that was the beginning of the issues that is already multiplying to something else that might result to a very big diplomatic role between the two countries, and if possible it can sever the relationship between Libya and of course Nigeria if care is not actually taken. But it was actually blown out of proportion by the Libyan authorities when Super Eagles of Nigeria arrived in Libya for a rematch. They were that was extreme humiliation for me. No matter what happens, they should have been able to show some level of tolerance and sincerity and commitment, knowing that this has to do with football. Game. It's just a game. We are not at war. We have not breached any diplomatic relationship with the Libyan government, apart from people who just want to go there and engage themselves in a competitive game. So but the fact we want to take the fact everybody need to understand in this that these people we are looking at, even though at a point I will believe that the chairman of Libyan Football Federation, automatically resigned, and the pilot that took them to Libya, that was supposed to land in a particular place, claimed that the instruction for him to divert the plane to another area came from a higher authority, which means their government might be behind what happened, because they were pointed to similar treatment when they came to Nigeria. And do not forget that Libya is in a very serious political imbalance as a result of the other part is against the other party. They engaged themselves in war some time ago, trying to see who's going to take over the control of government immediately after Gaddafi, was removed as the president of Libya. I think after about 42 years or thereabout in that position anyway. But the fact is that at this point, what is Nigerian government going to do about it? They should try to see how they are going to make sure that all the tensions has calmed down. But don't forget that Libya is an Islamic country, and they have extremism in trying to some level of extremism in all they do, and the way they look at people who are on this part of the world, they might not be able to see them as people who they should accord some level of respect, because most of the players that play in that national team, most of them are Christians. If
I may to jump in here, because before now, even Nigerians in Libya have said that it's a common knowledge in Libya that they were waiting for Nigerian national team to pay them back. And seeing that this is the situation, do you think Nigerian government get what it takes to protect our citizens in diaspora?
To be honest with you, viewers, those who are watching this interview, the fact is that what is the perception of the global world when it comes to Nigerian image? That is one thing people need to understand. The Nigerian image as a nation is, whether you like it or not, is already bastardized. That Nigerians are not even, it's just that the name has been there. If not, I don't think anybody want to bear this name entity called Nigeria, because one, they do not know how to protect their citizens. They don't know the number of citizens they have there, unless there's an emergency. Look at what happened in South Africa when there was Islamophobia in South Africa. The Nigerian government could not be able to send a Nigerian carrier to South Africa to rescue Nigerians. So they know that they are always The whole world was watching the scene until Ekpa, an Igbo man, came out, and were able to go as long as South Africa to rescue Nigerians. So the Nigerian image is the way, the perception, they see Nigeria as a corrupt nation, as a nation, that's supposed not to exist because of the mass poverty that exists in this part of the country, given the kind of natural resources we have. So Nigeria already have, a very unstable image at the global level, and most African countries do not recognize Nigeria. And secondly, it might have a political undertone, considering the fact that most Sahel nations are Islamic countries, and you know what is happening in Russia. Russian stand on Africa, and Libya might not be left out at the end of the day. So there was a time when the issue of Niger, Burkina Faso, when they were about to send some French nationals in Niger packing, they instructed Nigeria to invade Niger and make sure that there was stability or whatever. Those things might be some of the things that might have built up to the battered image that the Libyan government is already capitalizing on, to humiliate Nigerians in Libya, with the hope and fact that the government of Nigeria, after all, may not intervene and does not believe on rescuing Nigerians who are pushed to a corner. Most Nigerians are languishing in different jails, and they know. You have the president of Nigeria in the diaspora, you have foreign minister, you have ambassadors in Nigeria in those countries. How effective are they in trying to make sure that Nigerians at that country is being properly protected from harm? So those are the things. So if there's this kind of reaction coming from the Libyan government, so it shows you that the dying image of Nigeria and the perception of Nigeria at the global level is nothing to write home about. So it will take a lot of image laundering work, and a change on the part of the government and governance to be able to begin to spread relationship, friendship among this country who has already seen Nigeria as a nation that is not even worth to establish a diplomatic tie with. So on that note, what the NFF should do, of course, I know that it's not strictly an NFF thing. This has to do with Confederation of African Federation, that is CAF. They need to see how they are going to look at that issue properly. Maybe, if possibly, it might attract more further political and economic sanction on Libya if it is not checked.
Well, obviously it was not a good experience, and not at this time you expect a country to behave like that. We all know how football can unify the entire world. It's entertainment, but for the Libyans to put off such act, it was very surprising for me. Up till now I still cannot comprehend. It's been like since yesterday morning we left the shores of this country. We arrived, I think, about 7:30, 7:45 p.m. and up till now we've not closed our eyes, But again, thank the Libyans for letting us go, and I want to use this medium also to thank the Honorable Minister of Sports, Senator John Emo, and of course the government who intervened at the appropriate time. It's been, the bus have remained calm, no doubt about that. Thank God we arrived back home safely. My pleasure.
And what is the resolution?
Well, it was a very terrible experience, something that we never expect at this 21st century. It was a very unfortunate situation. We found ourselves in a very terrible situation. As you are all aware, we left Nigeria from Uyo to Kano with the intention of landing in Benghazi, because that was the approval that was given to the chartered aircrafts. But unfortunately, some minutes for us to land, the captain informed us that he was directed not to land in Benghazi by the higher authority. So it's taking us back to a place they call Al-Alabat for us to land. It was a very terrible experience. The pilot has to manage himself to see how he can land.
So what do you think? You have seen it. What do you think? Nigeria, your country indeed. Anyway, drop your comment on the comment section. And please don't forget to subscribe to this channel, right? Thank you and God bless you.